Excellent point. Very excellent point. That young brother made a very, very valid statement in regards to the way the mainstream media is when it comes to police brutality and black males in this country. Pay attention to young brothers like that. We need guys like him. Let me check this feedback right quick. Well, that appears to be all she wrote. I'm going to have a show again this Friday. We're going to have Cuzzo Unk slide on through. And me and him are going to get to the bottom, no pun intended, of this anus linguist movement that's just seemingly popped out of nowhere. Obvious propaganda is what it is. But first, before I head off, I got to do a little damage control first. You see, with this art form that is internet broadcasting, there are a lot of imitators and a lot of agitators. Yours truly, Rapp Langston, I have a lot of imitators. But there's this one guy, he goes by, first off, I have no clue what nationality this kid is. I don't know if he's, damn, he could be anything, to be honest with you. I could even be related to him, you know. So he goes by the name Ron Swanton. And he has this show called the Hip Hap. Obvious culture vulture. And he does anywhere from 2 to 3 hour broadcast about nothing. He just in his camera, you know, on the audio, I hate everything. I hate this. These bitches don't want to sleep with me. I get no pussy. Who the fuck wants to sit there and listen to that shit? He's one of these, oh, I gotta tell it like it is. I'm anti-censorship, anti-political correctness. I'm this, I'm that. But what's got my attention to him is just how mediocre, uninteresting, and downright horrid his show content is. This washed up emo kid had, I think she was a fucking author from Vermont call in, and they had a 40-minute discussion on lighthouses. That's what you have to endure when you're wiping the ass of a 78-year-old. How do you think that's poignant conversation, bitch, nigga? That's preposterous.
And this is the Hip Hop Show. I'm your host, Ron Swanton. And before we start tonight's show, I just want to say there are two types of people out there. There's the type A and the type B. The type A is the person with a successful show who seems to want to shit on anyone who's trying to become a podcaster. Enter in type B. I just don't understand it, you know? People, they make a living off their brand. They are successful. And whenever someone is trying to do the same thing, you know, emulating them almost, not in terms of taking away their content or copying them, but just trying to have the same success they did. They came from the same places, you know? We all started from the bottom, you know? And anywho, I got some important news for you guys. I know there's been some trouble in the Middle East recently, and sources indicate that the radical Islamic group, To Be Determined, have declared today that they plan to annex the southeast region of Syria after sectarian violence that has plagued the area since 2011. So please, if you're out there, be careful. You know, there's it's dangerous out there, guys. It really is. For everyone else who's listening, I'd really like to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your guys' opinions. What should we do with this radical Islamic group? To Be Determined. You guys know the number. If you do not, if you're a new listener, welcome. The number is 708-665-5864. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let me know what the Ronanites out there in Ron Land have to say. Hashtag follow the swan. All right, we are talking fundamentalist radicalized Islam. Who is this?
Hey Ron, it's Glenn. Glenn from Hinsdale.
Fucking guy. Hey, how's the new year treating you, bud?
Loving the show. You're killing it. Not a bad year despite still being unemployed, but things will get better.
You know, I'm glad things are looking all right for you, Glenn. You know, you're our favorite listener here.
Listen, remember that one show where you had that death chick on as a guest and you were spending the whole time hitting on her, who later turned out to be your cousin?
No.
No. It was the same show where you prank called the National Suicide Hotline.
Oh. Wow, you really have been listening for a long time. Well, thank you for calling.
One more thing. Do you think you'll ever do a live event?
Well, I'm gonna have to check in with my producer. No. You know, I'm sorry, Glenn, but it just doesn't seem like it's in the budget right now. I'd love to get my feelers out there into the live event game, but unfortunately, it's not in the cards at this time. I appreciate your call.
Hey, by the way, did you get my text?
And on that note, here is a word from our sponsors. Keep it here.
We live in a dangerously emasculating times. Rabid feminists, men wearing skirts and talking about skincare products, and not to mention lax immigration laws that lead us all vulnerable to ethnic cuisine. It's enough to drive a man insane. Hi, I'm Teddy Lay and Pray Himmler.
Who the fuck moved the toilet paper? God